you're at it, hit that like, share, and subscribe button so you can get notifications of the next video. Today's video is going to be about experiencing different patients' death. So, this death, I will label it maybe gang members' death because this one's going to be about a young man, and I was young myself at that time because we're talking in the early 90s, and this one is about a young man. I worked at a level 1 trauma center at that time in um, California. It was a level 1 trauma center, and most of the gunshot wounds, many gunshot wounds, some stabbings, but mostly a lot of gunshot wounds due to drive-up shootings. And you guys remember the drive-bys that time, or people walk up and what set are you in and then shoot people. So I'm at this level 1 hospital working on surgical unit, and I have my assistant working with me. It was another nurse, but it was an LVN, and was we were teamed up together that day. And this we received a patient that had a grade 3 liver laceration. You can look that up, and it's kind of a bad one, but great, wonderful physicians, surgeons, and things at the hospital repaired him pretty good, and he was sent to our unit. But it just so happened that the sister and apparently his girlfriend was at his bedside. They both came to see him. They were having a disagreement because the sister felt that the girlfriend had something to do with him getting shot the day he got out of prison. And I don't know the whole backdrop of the story, but apparently he had served time for another homicide. So I don't know the whole story, but he had done his time, gotten out, and the same day that he got out, he was shot. But he survived the surgery. He was doing well, awake, alert, oriented. However, they were having a little disagreement at the bedside with the sister and the girlfriend, and he was like, very upset, trying to stop it. So we had to ask them, hey, you guys got to stop, you got to leave, or because this is our patient. And 2 o'clock we do our rounds where we empty out all the drainage. The drainages could be Foley catheter, chest tube drainage. We don't empty those out, but we mark them so we can keep up with how much fluid is coming out. They may have a Jackson Pratt drainage, and that was a bulb syringe that was suction drainage, and other types of drainage, but this particular one was Jackson Pratt. So my co-team member was doing the 2 o'clock rounds of tallying up all the drainage numbers and things. So he said, "Oh," he asked me to come look because apparently the Jackson Pratt drainage, when he put the suction back on it, it filled back up. So I went in to assess it, and the same thing happened with me. So we started calling the physicians, the surgeon, and called the surgeon and things because there was a primary person on the case. And during this time, the gentleman is really seemed like, and it was just like horrifying because he was saying he couldn't see, and we was trying to calm him down, and he was just terrified. I've never, in my days of nursing, I have never experienced anyone die or go out like that with a sense of terror. And I've had elderly patients come in, gentlemen have fallen off a ladder and he died. I've had young children come in, they've passed away, middle age, some people come in, severe allergy, pass away. But I've never ever experienced anyone who passed away and seemed like they was just terrified and the gentleman was just screaming like so scared, and this guy had so like a muscle, just so many muscles on him, like he was weightlifting all his life, and he was just so terrified. He died in terror because he was saying that he couldn't see, and he was like and whatever was, like he was being tortured in the state that he was in. And it's just hard to describe because as a young nurse, you try to comfort your patients because I was raised as a nurse. I'm saying raised as a nurse because you are mentored, and you go to your school, and then you have mentors, and anyone that crossed the threshold while I'm working as a nurse, it's even you are a patient. Don't care what your background is, you are a patient, and you get treated the same way as if you were a dignitary versus uh, young child, elderly. I didn't take care of kids except for, if I got sent to the emergency room, something like that. But other than that, I saw adult patients, but I did not discriminate based on any of the discriminatory um, pathways. But you were a patient, so he was treated as a patient, but just knowing it was like no comfort could be giving to him, and that's what really bothered me. I was like, man, it was just torture, and the other co-nurse and I, we were like looking at each other like, because we couldn't comfort him. It's as if whatever was torturing him in that moment had a hold on him. So just be careful with the life that you live. Not saying that he was still in that state of mind where what he was doing was bad or anything, but I'm just sharing the experience with the terror. And he was like, ah, 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 I can't see, I can't see, oh, oh, oh. That's how he was just like crying out to see a grown man that was such stature and bulk cry out like that. It's just made me think like, what in the heck is going on where he's at? um I don't know, spiritually, mentally, the space that he was in was just so hard to witness. So let me know what you think, and hopefully no one else has had this experience or have that experience. And I haven't seen it anyone else. Everybody else has basically that I've seen pass away have it's been more so peaceful. They're in comfort, and it's just been peace. Some people have, whether they've been unconscious or just come in and just went to sleep and passed away. I've seen it's peaceful, but I've never seen anyone so terrified like that since I've been a nurse from 1991 till now, and this is 2006. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe.